Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Hello,
Yeah.
Dipali. Uh, can we start?
Yeah, sure. I'm just sharing my screen.
Okay.
You can see my screen.
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. So last session we discussed on how to make profile, general setting, all this type of standard values inbound. Now today we discuss about store setting and main configuration is task setting. Like which task we are going to use. Like these are called tasks, born, UMS, tab. These are different tasks. So how you can use this in configuration for card. So I think yesterday you can remember a little bit, like we created a profile, this profile, under that profile we maintain, it's your choice, inbound or check profile or security profile. Okay. So today we discuss about store setting.
Okay.
So what is store setting? The store generally is like where pause, like sales, purchase, return, anything is happening. That is called store. Every retailer have a store, or maybe there are different multi-channel. For multi-channel, like mobile shopping or online shopping. For that, we have to configure after this configuration, after POS DTA configuration, we will discuss about multi-channel. But now we are discuss about POS DTA. So if you have a store, you have to first maintain its configuration under store, and in multi-channel you can assign like store 1, store M1, M2. You have to give the name like that. So in multi-channel, you have to assign, like you have a store M1 and it is for web, M2 it is for mobile shopping. So for different multi-channel, you have to give the detail and description, sales area in next step after POS DTA configuration. So today we discuss store configuration. Now uh, if you have what is store class, you can see store class, store group. Before that, into going that, you have to directly go to define store setting. So here you have to give your store name, and this name is same like your ECC system, POS system. These are the same. Okay. So you can give any name, like a store, whatever I'm giving here. I'm taking STR1. So and STR2. But before that, you have to assign that store to your profile. This is the importance of profile creation. Each and every configuration you have to assign under your profile. So you can see store 1 is assigned to your profile, our profile, whatever we created, Y001. Store 2, the same. So this two store I'm creating here, and this name str1 2, whatever the name I'm giving here, it is same like your ECC and POS, PI, whatever system you are going to use in your landscape. You have to give the same name, else it will be failed into your card system. When properly data process start, then it will be failed. Then you have to correct this one. So now this one is done. You have to assign store setting. Now what is the importance of store class, store group? Like you have,
Excuse me.
yeah,
May I ask one question? Can we go back to store settings?
this one.
What does it
This
mean?
one.
Alternative profile. What is it? Alternative column to the right.
Yeah,
We see.
for
Yes,
this
yes, yes.
one. Yeah, this one alternate profile, like if you want to assign this store to any other alternate profile, like you have a two profile here, like in your configuration, you are creating voice01 and you want same store will be used for any other profile also, whatever some other person is creating, and there is some requirement for these, like whenever sales data flow from this store, that profile also use. So you can use that alternate profile also. It's your choice, but generally we prefer only one profile per store, so that it will be easy to flow, data flow, and easy to, more than that, easy to monitoring. So we generally do that. And if you have any other POS system, there is a other profile you have created, someone other created, and you want the store value will be posted into that profile also, through that profile also to other ECC or any ECC. So you can assign this store one alternate profile. And here you can see, here I will show you. Next we also have to assign like a store class and all that will I will going to show you. But this is the use of alternate profile. You can say, if you want, you can use same store for any other profile also that is already created. For other POS system means there's a lot of POS system one organization are generally used. So if you are configure this one for one POS system and other one is created another profile for any other POS system, then you can assign the same store for different profile. So it's your choice, and more than that, it will be a requirement. If there is no use, like a store one data will be posted into other profile, through other profile, and then you want to like monitoring the data through other profile. So if there is that type of requirement, then you have to assign alternate profile. But generally, we prefer for a like one profile, a group of store, then again profile, but it's based on requirement. If there is any requirement, then you can assign this one here.
Okay, okay, understood.
Now you can see store class and store group. When you are going to use a store class and store group, like here we define two store, but in general lot of store 5, 10, 20, whatever. You can see store one is in your Australia and store two is in India. Okay, so how you like compare, how you calculate different store in different country. A retailer have a different countries wise store, all over the world store. You can take any retail example, organization example, like Walmart, like Adidas, like any other. So if they have a different country wise store, so how we manage this? So we have to manage this through store class and store group. So what is that? First, we are going to create a store class, and then we are create a group using that store class. Now, what is that? I'm just opening like a group of store. We have a 5 store. Store 1, store 2 is in UK, and store 3, store 5 is in US. So you can group this store under store group, but before that you have to create a store class. Class will contain store group. So you can give any name. It's as per standard configuration, as per your understanding. Store class, I am giving here class 1 for store. Yeah. So I'm creating a class, and under that class store group will be assigned. So store group, if you go to store group, you have to create the store group. Like I'm creating a group here for reference store. If you F4 here, you can select your store, which store under your group one, like which store you like to choose. Here I'm defining only one store, so I'm choosing store one. But if you want many store, if you have many store, you can create many one. Now you can select again a description. This is the important thing, so that you can understand, like this is for US store, so it will be easy for you to understand through description. Now you are going to create another group, and under that group you are creating, assign that group to UK store. So these are different country store. You are assigned created this store and assign that store under your store group. Now save this one. Now if you go back, you can see in define store setting, again you have to go here. You can see store class. Here we created from it. Yes, here we created store class for store 1 and store 2, and under that you can see, just save this. So we are done with our store group and store class. And now this store, when data is coming, like from STR, if you go to the when data is coming from your store 1, you can analyze like store 1 data, you can monitoring store 1 data, you can create reports using the store 1 data using HANA views. And like which store, I'm just want to try to tell you, like using this store from different country, we can like we can compare these two country data. For store 1 data, it is UK store and US store. Which country store sells good, which country sells less, which product is sells high, which product is sell less. So we can generate this type of data using mobile app, using first of all the data is in your CAR system. Now you want to create application, you want to create a report, so that it is clear you to, from the senior level to sorry, for the junior level to that your extreme senior level, every view will be clear for different country wise store. So you can like a retailer can understand which country or product sells good, so that they will analyze, they can increase the sales low, they can increase the low sale also. So using this one we can like compare the store wise data, and we can create anything. This is the use of multiple like country wise store. If you have multiple country wise store, then you have to configure here. But one more thing, if you don't have country wide worldwide store, you have only one country wide store, like you can say only Australia you have a store, then no need to create store class or store group. You just go to here. So just go here and mention your store. If you have only one country wise, no need to create store class, store group. But
Excuse me. So it's, as I understood, it's not necessary to create store classes and store groups if you have, for example, only one store.
and
Am I right?
not only it's not depend on the only one or two store, it's depend on country.
No, I mean, do we obviously need to create such objects as store classes and store groups? Maybe we need to create only one store and that's all. without any store classes and store groups.
Right. Right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So this is the use of that one. Just store settings. You have to like importance of store setting is this. Remember, like different country wise, then you have to configure your store settings, store class, store group, and part store. You have to assign like each and every group, and you have to create only one class, and then you have to assign on that. So this is the use of store setting. So when data flow starting, like now you don't know. One more thing you don't know, like store one is web or store two is mobile store or working store. You don't have the idea. Now CAR have give us the privilege to give the configure the detail, like in next step means after POS DTA configuration, we can use this store one as a, you can say, wave or store two as a working store, whatever. It's after configuration POS DTA. But if you don't have any multi-channel, no need to configure. You can configure here only working, only one store, like working store, whatever a customer go in a big mall or shop, then they can buy, purchase, whatever. So that type of scenario, then you have to configure here only. No need to use other configuration. So this is the stores setting. Generally, we configure for that use. So it is done. I think it's clear for you.
Yes.
No? Okay. Then we can move to next. You can say task. Now, what is task? If you open, there is a one-step task and there is a two-step task. Generally, we only one, like either you have to use one step or you have to use two step. What is that? Open this one. Yesterday session, I told you WPU bond used for non-aggregation cells. Tab or UMS used for aggregation cells. Now, what is that? When we use, if you want to use non-aggregation cell, then you have to use one-step processing. Like you can use WPU bond, non-aggregation, and also as well as you want to use aggregation cells also, then you have to use one step, because in two step there is a no, you can't configure for WPU bond for non-aggregation cells. For two step, all will be aggregated cells. So if you have any requirement for non-aggregation for single transaction, then you have to use WPU bond. And not only WPU bond, you have to go, if there is no use of non-aggregation, then you have to use two steps profile processing. Now, what is that? If you open your, yeah.
May I ask one question? If we don't need aggregation, we need, for example, just non-aggregated data, we can use one-step processing, yes?
Right.
And when do we use two-step processing? When we need aggregates, or when we need both data?
No. For two step, only aggregation, and one step, yeah. For one step, non-aggregation as well as aggregation cells.
Okay. And two steps, only aggregated data, yes?
Only aggregated data. There is no chance to configure non-aggregated data. So you have to, if generally it's depend on customer requirement, you are use one step or two step, and also like your compute, how you compute with one step and two step. So generally we doing this, like if you ask me which I am using, so some customer requirement was there, like whenever sales is posting, immediately it will be posted into ECC system. There is no need of aggregation there as per their requirement. Also for working store, sorry, you can say non-registered customer, they want it will be posted immediately, and non-aggregation, and it will be create one. So for that I'm using one step, and other customer is fine with aggregation cell, only they don't want single transaction per day, whenever it is posted, or it will be posted in ECC. So for that one, I am created two steps, but you can say there is a both are same use, only different uses. You can't process non-aggregated data using two steps. So if you have that type of scenario, you can go with one step. Now, what is that? What is first? I will show you one step. And one more thing, only one step, one step or two step. Only one type of configuration we generally use per profile. If you are using Z001 for one step, then sorry, Y001 for one step, then you have to again you have another scenario, but another customer for the same card system, and they want or another POS system, they want a two-step all aggregation cells. So you have to create another profile, and then you have to assign here. So generally we're doing that. Now, what is that? What is the use of one step and two step? Two step we will talk later. Before we are going with one step. And what is that? Go define task. Directly go to define task, and you have to mention the task. You can see there is a different tasks provided by SAP. You have to use this one as a standard. Sorry, like you can see 0010 is for WPU bond, 0011, and mention here task code. You have to remember like when it is processed, and it will be created a task WPU bond, and inside you can see 0010. It will show you like this task is created. So all these are standard. When we create for our profile, you have to mention this task code for your profile. This is a standard profile 001, but you have to mention all these tasks for your profile. Now, are you going to use all this task code? No, it is depend on requirement, as per your customer requirement, as per your requirement. What is that? This is the mandatory. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Like FIB for finance type of data. UMS and tab is for, you can see the this one UMS and tab. This one for aggregation sales. Bond is for non-aggregated sale. WBW for goods movement. So your requirement, this type of IDOC will be created here. Here means in card system as well as in your ECC system. So this is your, you can say, depend on your requirement. Like you want to use only sales data, no goods movement or finance data, then you have to create, configure this two type like bond, tab, or UMS. This is for sales generally, sales transaction. And in below you can see there is a lot of like if you have a credit card in your scenario, then you can use this one. If sorry, if you have a DDA, if you are going to use DDF module, then you have to use this one. Why you have to use this one? In future when you are going to configure DDF module, I will show you. Then we have to come back in POS DTA, and you have to configure this one 0050. You can see transaction balancing. What is that? I already told you. If there is any transaction mismatch between 1, 2, and 3 is missing, then you have to configure transaction balancing. If you are going to use hybrids marketing with CAR, then you have to activate this task. You have to assign this task. So basically, process is same. Sort or over balancing already we discussed, like in when we are creating profile, like if 20 is sort or 20 is extra, then you have to activate this one. So all these are depend on your lots of standard thing here given. You have to choose as per your requirement what is that, and you can use this one. If you are going to use duplicacy check, then you have to activate this one. And also not do for duplicacy, there is a baddie you can activate under configuration. Now I'll show you the mandatory part first. Right? Mandatory means data flow from card to ECC. How data will be flow? From which task code data will be flow from card to your SAP retail or FMS system. So this is our generally our motive. First motive is like that, from your card to retail or FMS data will be posted. So which task we have to use for that. Then other you can use, maybe there is heavies or not, maybe there is a no use of DDF module, maybe you don't want to use sort and overall balance. This is the second option. First and mandatory option I'm going to show you first. Just go, I'm just back so that it will be just go and choose select a WPU bond and copy this so that our time will be saved, and generally we also doing this in real time. Copy this and you can see everything here. I will tell you one by one what is that, and assign our task Y001 this one to our profile. This is the code 0010 for WPU bond creation, and whenever your data is coming, it will be posted immediately or whatever your choice, but single transaction, no aggregation. Open that.
Excuse me. So when we are copying standard task, we change only profile type, and everything we leave the same. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Else are same. Else are same. Now here you can see no processing. I'm just going to just tell you. But if you open this, you can see there is a other option also. If you why it is no processing means there is no use of that task, because it was for standard task and it was like inactive mode. Now you have to active it. Now you can see there's a 3 task process type. Now first I'm going to tell you manual processing. Manual means generally in date system we are doing doing this type of manual processing, like your transaction is in your card system, like a positive workbench. Now you are just going to select that data and execute. It will be create bond here as well as in your ECC system. So I am just want to tell you it is a manual process. You have to select that one, and that it will be execute that transaction data, the sales data that come from your PI to your card system. You have to select that one. You have to execute manually. So that if there is any error, you can check. In dev system, we are doing generally manual processing, so that we can analyze like everything is okay or not. So this type of manual processing is work when you are in dev, or as well as QA also, because it's also a testing environment, or you can see. But generally we in dev we are doing that. When it's everything is fine, then we are going to like choice, customer choice. Then what is immediate processing? Immediate means whenever transaction, a sale transaction posted into your card system, it will be immediately processed into your ECC system. There is no need to create manual process. Like there is no need of your manual process. Like you have to select that task. You have to not transaction data. Then manually you have to press F8. Generally we know F8 use of SAP World. So there is no use of manual process. It will be posted immediately. Whenever PI puts that data to card system, it will be posted immediately to your ECC system. There is no time gap, no time lag, nothing, unless or until if any error is there, then it will be failed in your card system. Now collective processing. Collecting means you set a background job, and background job like trigger as per your choice, as per day end or midnight or morning, early morning, whatever your choice. And that background job will be posted all the transaction data into your ECC system through that background job. There's a standard program. We generally use that one to process all the data. So it is the use of collective, when you are going to use collective processing, where there is a need of background job. You don't want immediate process. You want at the end of day all the data will be posted into your ECC system. So you are use collective processing. It is a choice. So we are in testing. I'm selecting manual processing because we want to manual process and all. Else you can see there is a no other thing you have to edit or anything. I'm just save, and then I will tell you other field what is that. So I'm just enter and it is saved. I'm again go back here. Now we can see here our task 0010 is created, again Y001 our profile. Now I'm going back to that one area. Next you can see task priority. What is that? Like you want first WPU bond will be processed. This one will be processed. Then other task will be processed like tab or UMS or finance or any other movement will be happen after this task processing. Then you can give number one for first priority, number two for second, third, whatever. Any, if you want, it will be last. Then you can give three among the other priority. But you have to maintain for other task code also for UMS and tab. You also have to mention they are also task priority like first or second. Then it will be picked. But generally, in real time, we don't do anything. We leave it blank because we don't prefer in task priority. But if there is a requirement, if there is a need of task priority, you can do that here, mention here. And you can see like there is a option start condition. We prefer no check. Task condition means when your this task will be started. If you can see other option, if only process if relevant transaction exit. Relevant means like any other bond is in here, like this is not, you have a third 1 2 3 1 2 3 bond transaction in your system. You want like one will be first transaction, sorry, last transaction will be processed. Unless or until one or two will be processed, then it will be processed bond transaction. So you can choose this one, like if relevant any transaction exists, then it will be triggered. And also what is that relevant item exit, like for each and every transaction we know there is a header option, and in line item there's a like a lot of line item maybe there for transaction 1 2 3 4. We know what is line item and header. If you want to give any line item priority, like third line item of transaction one have 3 line item. Okay, so 3 items. So you want like third item will be processed, then other 2 item will be processed. If you have this type of any requirement, then you can give. But we generally don't do this because it will be create more complexion, because when transaction posted into your car, it will contain, it's not like 1 2 3 data, it will be maybe 10,000 or 20,000 data. And if you select this type of priority, then like for processing, like for you can say monitoring, it's so tough. If there is any issue, like you have to go, okay, why this is fail, if any transaction fail, then you have to go line by line item, then you have to go transaction by transaction. So we prefer here no check in real time. I'm telling about you in real time scenario, we prefer as a no check. Whatever transaction coming, it will be posted as per here configuration, manual or background job or immediate. We prefer this one, so that
Okay.
any other, yeah. Okay, so now you can see check. What is that? Check is
Uh,
check for.
Excuse me. What does it mean? No reversal required in
Yeah,
the higher block.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot to tell you. No reversal required is like some transaction is need to sometime what happened, there is a mismatch of sales data. Mismatch means you have 20 cell in your 120 cell in your card system, but there is a total amount is mismatch in your ECC system. Maybe data is fail, maybe some any other issue, connection, you are in upgrade mode of HANA, you are in some connection fail, your store was something happened, so there's you lost some transaction. I don't know the reason, maybe some reason, but data is mismatched with POS, card, and ECC system. Now what happened for POS and card? It's fine. Okay. Now you want you can see card and ECC data is huge mismatch. So you have to go if there is any like reversal mean, you have to go back, you have to go to per transaction and you have to cancel that one. When you cancel this transaction here in your system, card system, it will be immediately reflect into your ECC system. It will be show you that this task is cancelled, this data is cancelled. So you can see this type of reversal process if there is a mismatch. If you want a mismatch of transaction data or sorry, sales amount, mismatch of you can say uh, goods movements or anything, then you can cancel that transaction, and you have to go to that transaction by transaction, or you can select group of transactions, select, you have an option, you want to cancel, you want to remove, so you have to cancel this transaction here, and it will be reflected into your ECC system. If you don't want to use this one, if you don't want to use this type of reversal process, we generally use reversal process in PRD, because if there is this type of issue, so you have to cancel your transaction in your card through ECC. So if you want to if you don't want any reversal from your card to ECC, then you have to choose this one, no reversal. But we generally don't select this one. Why? Because maybe there is some issue of sales or goods movement of finance data, then you have to cancel, you have to go to manually and cancel that data, because we have the transaction key, we know which transaction data. You have a 10,000 transaction, then how do you know? We know using the transaction key. We have the transaction key, and we have the date, we have the posting date, we have the store detail. So we can if there is an issue in ECC, we can check that one, and also we can cancel this one. And again, when we cancel this one, it will be cancelled into your ECC system. Then you can process fresh transaction from your ECC POS to card, or you can here from here you can create again ready transaction from card system only to a POS system. So generally, we're doing this type of tasks using the reversal when required. If you check this, you can't do this type of task. So we generally prefer it, leave it blank. I'm giving you an
Uh,
example. Yeah.
so, if I understand correctly, reversal means such an like a synchronization between car system and ECC system.
Right.
Is it so?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, when we check this no reversal, we switch off this synchronization. Yes, and
Right.
we
Right.
should synchronize it manually.
Right, right, right.
Okay,
Manually, you have
okay.
to go in ECC, then you have to manually check this one. But we prefer reversal required, so we don't check this one.
Okay, okay, understood.
Yeah. Now you can see checks, and I'm giving you a real-time example. I'm just like to tell you. In my one of my customer, I implement card system. It's goes fine, and after 6 months, sorry, post DM system, and it was fine. And after 6 months, they want migration for post DM to card system. It is also possible migration. So what happened? First, they have to everything is fine in place, but data also we need to transfer from POSDM to car table. From whatever last 1 year or 6 month data, you have also have to replicate that data also. The database I just going to tell you. So what happened? Meanwhile, lot of mismatch happening in the previous data. So what happened, we have to use this reversal process in car, and then we like it helps us a lot to save our time and save our manual process, because it was a 6 month data, so it's tough to go manually one by one transaction in ECC and then do that. So it was a tough. It's fine for us, like we don't select this one, so we can easily did this process, and everything was in place, everything was fine. So this is, you can say, the use of real time, just want to say you. So now is you can say check. What is that? Rule code. What is rule code? If you F4, there is a, here you can see there is a 5 type of rule code. And if you select this one, like balance check, sales audit, check balancing, total transaction, overall short balancing, I'm just select this one. I would like to see, there's a scenario, this one. I select this one rule. Now what is that? Rule means first this check will be happen, then other checks. You have another checks also, like you have created credit card check, you have created duplicacy check, total balancing check, whatever other 4 is in place. But when you select this one, like 5-1, so you want system to check first this rule, then you can go other rule. Okay, so this is the use of rule. It is also depend on your requirement. If there is no requirement, like any priority, you can say there is no priority, simultaneously all will check will be happen, and no need to select this one. So this is the use of rule code. Like you give the priority of rule, so you can check this one.
So if I understand you correctly, all 5 types of checks will be performed, but first rule will be performed from this code, yes?
Yes, it will be performed first, then other. So this is the use of rule code. If you go back, you can yes. Here you can see define rules. You can create your own rule also. Here, if you would like to any other rule, you can like only 5 is standard. You want any other rule as per here. You can see there is a if you go to task, you can see other one also happen. There's a lot of here task also. A task basically rule, you can say 5 rule is there, and you can see you have to activate that. If you are going to use 5 rule, then you have to activate this one also, like credit card you are going to use, then you have to activate this one. Activate means you just copy this as on your profile, and whatever changes I'm telling you for that WPU bond, it will be same changes will be happen here. So here also you like to create any other one, like you want hybrid marketing will be used as a rule, so you can go back and you can create this one here, define rules. Here you can new entries, then you can create, but we generally prefer whatever 5 rules SAP provide. We generally like to go with this one, but it's depend on requirement. If you have any like other rules, then you can use this one. Now again I am going to our task. Our task is still not finished. One. Now body. What is that? Filter for precondition body. If you F4 here, you can see these are the body. And what is that? If you are going to use duplicate transaction number check, then you have to select this one here. And also in outside, you have to select that one also, like in task, I show you the duplicacy check. So you have to select this one also. Yeah, you have a query. So here you can see it's a baddie. A baddie means it's not like a ABAP type baddie. We call this a baddie to use different tasks. Here you can see for different tasks. If you like to use receipt numbers without gap, you can use 002. It's depend on your requirement, but it's not mandatory. To use all this stuff, it's not mandatory. But if you are going to use duplicacy, then you have to use here duplicacy check. If you are going to use receipt number, you have to use this one, gap. So this is based on requirement, filter baddie. Now check profile. Check profile, if you appear here, we can see all the check profile. It's our check profile we already created. And it's your choice. You can use this one also, or you can use your standard one also. When you assign check profile here, then system checks your all type of check profile, like EN number, store, your other like article, or your that type of task code. For 10, you can see 10 WP. When WP bond will be created, system background from background system will be checked your standard check your master data. Master data means check profile generally check the master data, nothing else. Is check the master data from your HANA views. So when you assign this one, now bond is ready for check profile use, and it is ready for master data use. If you remove this, then it will be not check your any type of master data. So you can use standard one also, because both are same. There is a no like both a standard one or your whatever you created. You can use anyone.
One question about filters for body. If we leave this field blank, we don't use any filters. Yes.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You are not going to use any filter if you leave it blank. But if you go back here, you have to activate other one also in task. If you are going to use any body like duplicate transaction. And one more thing I want to tell you, if you are going to use duplicacy check as well as check receipt number without gap. And if you go back first here, you both you have to activate here and assign to your profile. Then here, sorry, under here task, if you go back to your profile, you can see here also this two is using check for receipt number without gap and check for duplicate transaction with duplicate transaction number. Now if you are using both two, then which one you are going to use? Then you have to use here 001. It will be work simultaneously, and as well as this one also use, because what happened for if you are going to use this two, or you are going to use all these four, then which filter body you are assigned here. Same you have to assign this one, because when we are going to use all four filter body, then duplicate checks will not work properly. So here you have to assign this. It is mandatory to assign this one 004. Else other one is working fine. You don't have any issue. Check receipt number with that gap. Inventory management, and other one will be work fine, because you already back, you already activate this transaction, this task code, so it will work fine. But you have to mention for duplicacy check, else system will give you dump if you are going to if you activate all four. And I'm giving a real-time scenario from knowledge from a real-time scenario. That's why Even I don't know when I first time I going to use car system, POS DTA system. I don't know why, how it's configured. So I leave it as a blank, and I'm happily using all these four type of ready. So because I already activate all these four in background task. Now system giving dump, starting dump, and I don't know what is that. Then I raise a ticket to SAP, and they told like you have to assign here your duplicacy checks. For that check, here it shows me dump. So this is the use of four. If you are going to use four check, else if you leave it blank, it doesn't like any check will be happen unless and until you have to activate it there. So it's depend on your requirement. If you are going to use four checks, four baddie, or you want to like to use only one. It's your requirement fully.
Um,
Okay.
one more question. And if we need to perform, for example, 3 checks, we need to create 3 different tasks.
Sorry, 3 checks.
For example,
Yeah. For that, you have to activate all these 3 checks. 1, 2, 3 are going to use that body. Then you have to activate the task in whatever I show you in background here. You activate that one. Like if you go back, if you go here, you can find a duplicacy check balancing total transaction, as well as you are going to use duplicacy here. Here where I can see, yeah, this one. So this one and this one. If you are going to use to both, then you can, yeah, you have to activate here. What happened? It's finally give you a message like your duplicate checks fail, your receipt number gap fail. You this type of message you will get finally. So here you can see here when you open this, here you can see this one is already mentioned. Go back.
yes, yes.
Yeah. If you go back, open this one is already mentioned. So when you mention this one, so the for your profile, so your profile is checks this type of checks. Now your profile is ready for you this type of checks. Okay.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
So again, I'm going to here, this here. Now checks is done. Now I want to see control. I want to tell you what is control. All this type of control, and before going to each and every one by one, I would like to tell you whatever the value here maintained, it is standard, and you have to use this one. You are not allowed to change this one unless or until if there is any, you can say any other requirement, or but no, there's a I'm just, I would like to tell you, if you change this one, then it will be give you any other issue, because all this is standard. You have to maintain this one, remember this one. There is no, when you copy this one, you have to maintain this one. What is that? Filter for body task. If you F4 here, you can see for each and every task it is mentioned, for each and every task here. Whatever in back we show like for each and every one, we are creating here for 10 for bond. So you have to, we are going to use create IDOC bond. If you select 001 create IDOC WBW, then system it will not create any bond, neither a bond nor a WBW, because here you mention task code 10, and on the task code you maintain your baddie checks, filter for baddie checks 11 for check the WPU bond IDOC. Sorry, WBW IDOC. So you don't allow to create any IDOC. So it's mandatory. You have to use this code, and it is standard. Remember this one. Now, code for aggregation method. What is that? If you F4 here, generally we check the posting using the posting means when your POS system puts the data to your CAR system, we check the post of the data into your CAR system using the posting date. You can change this if there is a requirement, like you want to check, or you want to group, you want to aggregate using material, using any other type of, there's a lot of thing. So you can change this. But for WPU bond, remember is WPU bond, we prefer grouping by posting date. We'll check WPU bond for grouping by posting date, and it is standard, and we like to go with standard so that any further issue or incoming, you don't have to face any issue. So you are going with this one when your task code is 10. Now parameter group, what is that? This is also mentioned for different tasks, different. And what is that parameter group? You can say this is the parameter for our WPU bond IDOC. So this is the like a standard like a standard code 0010, and this is maintained for WPU bond transaction. So you have to use this one when you are going to use 10 WPU bond. Now you can see, so here you no need to change anything. You just have to mention the standard, go with the standard one. No need to change anything. So I'm just telling you the use of this one. So next is void item in processing. What is that? If you drop here you can see accept voided item as they are. What is that? If you select this one, filter out voided item. Like you have a transaction one, okay, here. So transaction have 3 line item 1, 2, 3. Number 3 line item don't have any data, it's void. This don't have any data, it's void. It just give you the number 10, 3 item number, it is a 3 item number, and under that item you can't see any data. If this type of scenario happen in your car system, like a void item is in your car system, so you want to filter the void items so that no void item, void means blank, void item will be posted into your ECC system. So we would like to prefer with standard one, filter the void item, like discard the void item, and then posted the line item with proper data. We generally go with that, filter that item. And if you choose this one, accept voided item, whatever they are, then you also posted the void item into your ECC system. But when we choose this one, void item, then it will not allow car system to post the void line item, or you can see the next step. I will tell you the transaction also. Here for item, void item will be checked and not posted. Here you can see same with transaction.
May I ask one question?
Sure.
May we leave this fields blank? Filter for out void items and filter out voided transactions. Is it possible to leave it blank, or
no, it is not possible to leave it. You have to select.
Okay.
No, you have
because
to select any.
I see a blank blank variant of yes.
No,
yes.
it will not allow you. Yeah,
okay.
It will not. Okay. So you have to select. If you select this one, it will accept first one.
Okay, so, understood.
Yeah, here you can see there is a blank area. So you thought like maybe we can leave it. If you select this one, it will choose first one, like filter out voided item. So it must be fulfilled with any type of whatever you want, but it's filtered the voided item and it will be posted into your ECC system. Now same with transaction. Like here you can see this is one transaction with 3 line item, and this is a if transaction have no proper information, like no header data as well as transaction data void is there, no line item, no header, but it will be posted only based on transaction key and stored. Then you can fail this one, not only fail, it can check this one and it will stop posting into ECC. So this type of, and same like it has like accepted whatever void transaction you have, and you will like to post it into ECC. But there is no use of generally in voided transaction or item, because it will just create a IDOC in your ECC. There is no data properly. There is nothing, so it generate a IDOC, nothing else, no use. So we just generally prefer filter out voided transaction. We prefer this one. Okay.
Okay, understand.
Yeah. So next is, you can say, processing or performance. What is that? Number of line item. Even I'm not sure. I'm just taking a thought, and that I'm going to tell you, because we generally don't go with this one. So it's a thought using the CAR system. It's my thought as per analysis the system, because we generally don't go with this one. So number of item, if you prefer use item means transaction here, like you have 3 transaction, you want like only 3 transaction will be here. Item means not line item, it here item means transaction, no line item. Transaction means have a header and line item. There is always a header and maybe line item, depend on the data. Lot of line item, 5 6 7 8, you don't know the line item limit. So here item means a full transaction, header plus item. So if you mention here only 5 transaction, obviously it will be huge when we are in real time. So I'm taking it's 500 transaction, sorry, 500 transaction will be processing. Then again other transaction will be processing. But this is for, remember, this is for bond, this one. This task is not for total. At the end of day, you have a 10,000 transaction. Under 10,000, you have 5,000 WPU bond. Okay, so system checks first 500 bond will be processed. Then because of performance, creating the performance of the system, then it will be when all the 500 transaction posted from your card to your ECC. Then again 500 coming in picture, then again 5,000, then again 5,000. And on that moment, the database logical unit means you will logical unit means we already discussed, when it's your choice, when 5,000 is posting, so on that time database is locked. No other process is possible for WPU bond. Only 5,000 will be processed. Then other 5,000 is in scenario. But if you don't, you can choose all of the data will be processed when there's no system will not log background, it will be prepare started. Then you can leave it as commit work for each processing package. As per package, whatever mentioned here is a standard package. So you can use this one also, or commit work only at the end of processing. So when 500 process done, then it will be commit, then it will be updated the database, then again 500 come, 500 per 500 data. So it's depend on your requirement, but as a standard, we leave it as blank. And also it's we take it's a standard. And external call, sorry, it's maybe always be unchecked, and I'm not sure about that. I'll sure first from my side, then I'll tell you, because we generally don't know what is, generally don't use this field, what is external call. Maybe it will be, if you check, maybe it will be trigger some other something else, other transaction or something else, don't know, maybe to increase that performance, because performance increase and everything will be the use of basis data. So I'm not sure on that. I'm sure on this one, so I'm telling you, but I'm not sure what is the this checkbox external call. I'll sure first my side, then I will tell you what is that.
Okay, do we have F1 help if we
yeah, we can do that. Let me check.
does one F1 help works? here?
Yeah, here. Processing the task involved an external call. Yeah, you can see that when you are processing the task, an external function is caller, for example, an RFC or an operation that is not protected by the post transaction concept. In this case, before the processing body is called, the processing package is flagged as open and a commit work is carried out. If the external function is cancelled, you can use this status to show the processing was not completed. Okay, for performance reasons, do not set this flag if the entire processing of the task is protected by the SAP post transaction concept. Obviously, we are using SAP post transaction concept, right? Maybe I think it's for some other purpose, like some other RFC connection, maybe hybrids or something like that. I'm not sure on that.
So
Okay.
generally we leave this blank, yes?
Yes, right. Because we are dealing with the post data here, so leave it. Prefer to leave it blank. Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Here in down, if you go, you can see additional settings. Type of event. Do not trigger any event. Here, what is that? Task person complete after each logical events means we also like prefer do not trigger event. Here, let me use the F1 event specifies how often, which steps the events are triggered. And we don't know what is the event here. Let me read task. Okay, it's indicate the task. Like event means it's they want to like system wants to tell you this task 0010 for each event it will be for each task it will be different. So do not trigger event when task processing is complete after each logical unit LUW. Like I think like if you are going to use the performance tab, then you have to use this one. Like when logical unit is complete, then it will be trigger. Then you have to configure here. When you are configure here, then you have to configure here additional setting. Baddie filter for event, same like if there is a baddie, so you can use job event for task processing, job event for store processing. What is that? You can see we already configured to store. If you would like to use job event for event for that task, like we have to configure different job. Like there's one program and we have to configure that program using that we can't not configure, we have to set the background job for that program. So there you have to mention as per store, as per task. When I will show you the on background job setup, so how it is triggered based on task processing. Task means 0010 11 12 13 or store processing. So if you prefer anyone, then you can select anyone, but when we mention the background job, we mention both one, like task and store both. We mention store 2 str1 str2 background job. We will mention this store as well as the all task 0010 then WPU bond 10 11 12 this task code. We prefer this one. Next is changeable if task not processed or cancel. Even I have to check this one. Let me F1. No, there's no given. Changeable if task not processed is also we generally prefer to use the standard one, default one, whatever SAP provide. So we are like to go with this. And what is the use of that? I'm not sure because you know F1 is not there, as well as there is no proper use of that. So we like to go with this one, the standard one. Now in memory analysis, here we are going to use HANA. So obviously in in-memory analysis already background already happened through database, but still we are leaving it blank because we no need to use this one task cancellation tracking. If you want to track the person who cancel this task, this bond task, or who do any type of thing with this task cancellation, or I already told you this checkbox we have to checks like reversal required. So when we are going to use reversal, then you have to first cancel this task. So if you are want that track, so you can select this one, or if your data status relevant is when the transaction is posted into your CAR system, it will be fail, it will be success, it will be warning. So you, if you want to track this relevant task also, status also, then you can check this one. And there is a log table. I can remember the table name. I will tell you in next session. There is a table, log table. So it will, in log table you can see the detail of the cancellation, the name of the username of the person who canceled the task, data status, like it's in green, red or yellow. So you can through log table you can check this type of log. But if you uncheck this, you can't track the log cancellation, who canceled the task and all. So but generally we prefer this one, because in log table we always get the detail but not the username. You can see I need to check is there is any username or not. So in log table it will be each and everything will be, you can see each and everything. If any cancellation happen, any process is happen, it is fail, but it's data status we can't see from log table. There is a table, another table. From there we are generally picking this type of data status and all.
And one more question about this two checkbox. Is it useful? Maybe this checkbox can be useful during the testing of our implementation. For example, when we implement our decision and we want to test it on the test system, quality assurance system, can this two checkbox be useful for us?
Yes, not only that one, you can go with any type of, like if you can check this one number of item in when you are in testing purpose. So that in development system you are you can check the system performance is huge or not. You can do this. It's depend on you. Obviously it will give you an idea, but in production we can't play, right? We can't play with any type of this. But in you are asking about two checkbox. Obviously in testing scenario it's give us an idea, if you cancel the task, who canceled the task, when, timing, which task. Bond is here. If you check this one, so from here you can see this task, only for this task, not for any other task. So obviously it will be helpful in testing scenario. If you are in testing, client, you can change. If you have authorization, you can change this one in testing client, and you can test the scenario, and it will be helpful. But in production system, we prefer to leave it blank, because there's a log table. It will create each and everything for you. It will contain each and every data. But for testing purpose, it will be good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So I think for today we are done. And one more thing I would like to tell you. You can see next we will go with W tab. Okay, first we will configure sales transaction. So all fields are same. So in next session it will take little time, because all of are same. Okay, and same field, nothing else. So, and we will discuss on each and everything again. If you want to know any from any other field, so it will be take less time. For fast configuration it takes time, but for next, first then we configure this one and this one. These three are for sales. Okay, these three are for sales. Okay.
Okay.
And
okay.
then,
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So see you in next session. Okay. For today,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. So for today,
Goodbye.
we are done. Yeah. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.
all the payment type means like how customer pay the total amount. Like there's a they buy purchase a shirt or any mobile or TV and they pay through gift certificate, or you can say card, any type of card, Visa, debit card, whatever, or any other way. So WPU tab contains that of payment type mode. And in future you can see we have to configure the payment type mode also in our car POS DTA configuration, like you which type of mode you are going to use. You are allow the customer to use this type of mode. So in here when we are going to in further process further configuration, I'll show you where you have to configure the payment type. Like we generally use the PTCS for card, sorry, for cash payment, cash. You can say CRD for credit card. So many other also Visa card or any other thing. So this type of payment, this one we have to configure into our card system as well as your ECC and POS system, PI system. Now WPU tab this contain the data of payment type, like detail of PTCS, it is cash, it is through debit card, it is through credit card. It will contain that data and how much amount. Like through PTCS, through cash, customer pay 1000 rupees. So it will contain that data also. But WPU bond, WPU UMS contain all the header and article detail, like and total also. Like which type of article? Article means product. Product means it is mobile or TV or laptop or any other thing. Any you can say any shampoo, body soap, anything that may be purchased the customer. So what is that? What is the article? Article detail. Article detail. Total amount. Even also the cashier name, the person, who through in the store, who help the user to pay the bill. That person name also, So all this type of detail, yeah.
Excuse me, person name, the name of the person who bought this article, yes? Or
no, the person, who bought the article, not the name, the person name who create the bill.
Okay.
Cashier name, you can say. It is good to write the cashier name.
Yes, understood. Okay.
Cashier name. Okay, so this type of information and store detail for which store? Store detail. Every article has a EN UPC number. That EAN or UPC number. This will contain that through, or more than that, you can see, is it article serial or batch? All the article detail I'm telling you, I want to tell you about. Total amount, cashier name, store detail, EN UPC number, material number. There is always a material number. So material number also contained through all this detail will be contained in WPU UMS. But WPU tab only contain this type of how through payment mode customer pay to the cashier through which mode. So this type of information will contain in WPU tab. Okay.
Okay, understood.
Okay. So here, here, yes. Here same like that type of, if you are copy tab, then you have to obviously copy UMS also, because without only one, it's a half information of any transaction. So you
So
have to, yeah.
we don't use these two types of IDOCs separately. We can use it only together. Yes.
Right.
Miss
Else
it.
you will, yeah, you will miss the data. If you miss only one IDOC, then it will be missed some data, some information. So it's mandatory. Like if you are going to use aggregated sales, then you have to use WPUMS and WPU tab collectively, like both you can say. So same like here and enter, copy all, just cross. So you can see what is that? I'm cross and all for UMS because system show me like you'd like to copy whatever all UMS content in the standard. I told the system yes, but next screen you see like it's give me a error like this is standard one. You can't copy this one. So maybe I have to something configure for that or not configuration. Maybe I have to create something custom or that. But I don't want if it is not for any Z one. I have to maybe create any custom one. So I'm cross that one. Now it is UMS is created. But if you are going to create a new entry and then one by one you will put, then it will not show that type of error. Just I got this time because it is copy to the standard one. That's why I'm getting this message. Actually, it's not a error. So here we are we created sales type of task, bond tab UMS, and remember the task number and IDOC name also, because in future, in future when we are going to in real time, so you very like sometime you are asked you have some person they can ask you what type of IDOC you are going to use for aggregated non-aggregated sales. So you have to tell them the IDOC detail also. So it's good to remember the IDOC name. So it is important. Else now, yeah, tell me.
One more question. How many IDOCs do we usually use for post DM purposes? I see 1, 2, or 5 types. Yes.
Yes. This only 5.
Then, only
Yeah.
5, and no more. Yes.
No. This 5 type of like here, UMS no here not here. Yeah, only this 5 type, and this one for the goods movement if you are going to use, and this one for your financial transaction. Only this 5 transaction. Sorry, IDOC will be created if you are going to use all transaction type, financial movement, your goods movement, your sales movement. So only this 5 IDOC. Okay.
Understood. Okay. And
Okay.
one more question. 0099 in the bottom of the screen. Generate IDOC, WFA, FCA, and so on. In the bottom of your screen. What does it mean?
This one, right? 009. Non-goods item.
No.
Like
0099 in the bottom
okay,
of the screen.
this is for workforce management. This is different module for like a hybrid. Yeah. So it's not for us, like not for our. If you are going to use any other, you can say the workforce management as if you want to integrate workforce management with your card system, then you have to use this IDOC. Okay. And
Okay,
yeah.
understood.
Here also you can see a lot of there. If you are going to use hybrid marketing, here this IDOC you have to use to send sales data. If you are going to use CRM, then you have to use this task, not IDOC, this task. But this is the IDOC name. Okay. And okay, so this is the map. But here. I'm going to tell you the mandatory thing which generally we use. So for sales movement, our system is ready with task. Now you can see because you have a knowledge about BIBW, so I would like to tell you there is a transaction task code supply BW without distribution and supply BW with distribution. What does this mean? Like it's a task. Generally, in if you are going to use BIBW with your car also, then you have to activate these two tasks 001 and 004 and same like assigned to your profile. Now what this task this two task code is generally like I'm going to tell you first with distribution. What is that? Like whatever the sales data come into your card system, now you want this data will be distributed to your BW system also. Like background is BW, but before that here is our HANA. So first you have to activate your like required BW data source info cube. There is a step to activate this one. First you have to activate, then when you choose supply BW with distribution, then immediately data is here and it will be posted into your BW system. Yeah, and if you don't want, like, no, I don't want supply BW without distribution, so you can choose this. So sales data is in your card system. Now it will be not distributed into your BIBW system. Now generally these two tasks we mandatorily use for POS DM system. It is our card system, but for POS DM system we generally use these two tasks mandatorily. Why? Because POSDM system database was like is HANA, sorry, BIBW for POSDM I'm talking about. Now, if you want to create reports, so it's mandatory to activate this data source and all. So when the data is coming to your system, it will be posted into your BIBW, and then it will be then you can create. Now, why you are going to choose without distribution? Because for POS DTA system, it is mandatory, like you have to activate like some zero plant, zero material to contain the master data. For master data purpose, you have to activate some BI detail also into POS DM, for POS DM into BIBW. So whenever, if you don't choose this one, so whenever data, sales data is in your card POS DM system, it will be posted into your BIBW system. So you have to choose. If you don't want to like post it into your BIBW, then you have to choose this one. But in CAR, it's optional, because we are generally we are getting report from HANA views. And more than that, BIBW for that, if there is a requirement, then you have to separately activate this one. You have to connect the card system with BIBW system. So it's not mandatory for card. It is optional. If you want any BIBW requirement with card, then you can do that. BIBW will use the card data. Okay, so this is an option for BIBW, but in POS DM, it is mandatory if you are going to use reports, and if you don't want to use any report, don't want to create any report, then you have to use this 1001 to stop flow the data from POS DM to BIBW. Then also POS DM system, it was mandatory, but for card system it's optional. If BIBW is in scenario, then you can use that one. Okay.
Okay, understand. Thank you.
Okay. So now we are created configure sales data. Now before going to finance and good movements, I would like to tell you other configuration which is mandatory and for all, like for sales, for goods movement, for any financial movement. So I'm just go back. Okay. So so the one step processing defined task is complete. Now when everything will be complete, then we'll go with 2 step. Now you have to go define task group. What is that? You can see like you have to differentiate different type of sale. How system will know like this type of sales is for sales, sorry, transaction, this type of for financial movement, how system will know? So you have to inform the system like this type, when this type of data is coming into cards POS DTA system, then you have to select is for sales movement, and you will create bond or UMS or tab. Okay, so how system will pick? So here you can see 001 for goods movement, 004 for sorry, sales movement, 004 for goods movement, and 003 for financial movement. We are interested on this three type of sales basically: finance, good movements, and sales movement, because other are as per requirement. If you are going to use like taste transaction, we obviously we don't use. Other thing also like cashier statistic, if you are going to use cashier detail, then you can use. But our main focus, mandatory focus, without this configuration system will not work, that is sales movement. So I'm just copy this one to our profile, this one. Now it is sales movement task is created, task group, not task. We are created task code. Now we are created task group. Task group is like I'm assign our profile to task group. Which type of task group? It's sales movement type.
So you just copy existing. Yes.
Yeah. Like you can create it manually. You can see new entry here. You can create F4. You can give the detail and always choose that one, the code 001. So you 001, this one type group. You can create it manually, but it's good like just go and copy this, okay, to your existing system, because else you can create your new entries and it will be time consuming. That's why we generally prefer to copy from standard one, and also like same to remain the like number task group. It is always 001 for sales movement, so that it will be easy for the future. You can see there's a other type of like code you have to use. So it's good to use 001. So I just copy this one to our profile, save this back. Here you can see task group is created. Now we have to assign the task to task group. What is that? That is, we already created WPU bond, WPU tab, WPU UMS. Now sorry, we have to assign this task group, sorry, this task to task group. Like in here, this step you are going to tell system like when bond 001 type of sales is coming into your card system, that is bond, tab, or UMS. Now how it is possible? POS push 001 type of task group to your system. There is a next step I'll show you. You have to talk with your PI person who are generally map this thing, like for sales, for goods, to push the data to your card system. So you have talked to PI person, like I am created sales, it is for 001. I am creating a return, it is for 0012. In next step I'll show you. Here it's only like you just give information to system like when 001 it will be WPU bond or UMS or tab. Now in future system will calculate it's for aggregated or non-aggregated. System will calculate as per your input. Here just you give the information like this is the sales transaction. So you are going to assign. So it's better to copy. So I'm just copy this one bond, copy. No need to change anything. Just change profile. Now it is created bond transaction. You are assigned to bond to your sales transaction. If you forget to assign here, then no IDOC will be created, no task will be created for card. when data is coming into your POS DTO, you can see everything is blank. Data is fine, but when we are going to execute manually or through job, you can't see any type of task. We generally see this task code 001, 00, and in background, if you check, like bond IDOC is created in car for car system as well as your ECC or like any other system. So it is mandatory step. If you can't see any type of like no 0010 code, if you can't see into your POS DTA monitoring screen, then just go here, check everything is placed or not. It is assigned to your profile. Okay.
Okay, and two more IDOC types. Will we assign them? Tab and UMS.
Yeah, same.
Oh, okay.
We have to same like sorry, it's for task group. What does not exist first? Task group is 1. So you are assigned back. Sorry. Again, go back. UMS is assigned. I think we already assigned UMS. Let me check. Okay, tab we assign 2 tasks now.
UMS.
Right. Copy assigned to your profile. So I think you can understand the importance of profile. Profile contain all the configuration data to help the system to like integrate with properly data posting to ECC. So if you are going to like create any type of configuration, you can do this. Now you assign task to task group is done. So here you can see there is a lot of option, but this is optional. BADI, like if there is a requirement for BADI implementation, it is not mandatory. So first I will tell you the mandatory information. Now task is created for sales. Now directly go to POS transaction. First define type group for POS transaction. What is that? POS transaction means like your POS push that transaction into your CAR system. Then you have to define the type of transaction. Okay, from POS. It's not in CAR, from POS. Okay. So here you can see 1001 for sales, and this for 1500 for goods movement and 1300 for financial. So we just copy same, like we don't do anything for our profile. Now we are configure with our POS transaction, which PI push into yes, sales transaction, sales type of transaction, POS transaction group, type group is created. Is for our profile. 1000 is the type of group for POS transaction for sales. Now define POS transaction type. What is that? Here generally we define like, is it sales, is it for return, or what is that? What is the scenario? Here you have to like specify the category. So we also always, that's why I'm telling you, always try to prefer the standard code, because if it's going to like go with the standard one code, because it's help you to follow the next step also. So that's why we generally prefer this one. If you don't want this one, you can create your own also, but in monitoring time it's a lot like you have to use a lot of yourself also in monitoring and all. So we prefer generally here. Now go back. Here it's a sales transaction only. So go back, copy Z001. Sorry, Y001. Now you can see transaction type is 1001. Here we define for sales category. Now in before step, transaction type group is sales. What is that? In before step, we differentiate the sales, goods movement, everything. So just F4 and find your sales. This one, just take this. What is here? You can see debit credit indicator. What is that? You can choose any option, any one option, credit or debit. If you choose credit, then sales is credited from your amount is credited from your you can see article at the credited and amount is debited into your account. So it's not mandatory like you have to use credit and debit indicator anything. But remember one thing: if you are create here credit for sales, and then you have to create debit for return. Okay, so it's yeah, yeah. So you have to mention this one. Business transaction is sales movement. Other option there is a goods movement. All when we are going to use, then we will assign that one. But here it's goods movement. Task processing including or excluding, what is that? Like this task including excluding task group, whatever we created in before step, it will be included here. So you have to choose including, not excluding, and also F4 and choose your task for sales movement, because still we are just copy, then still it is use this one. So you have to select your one also. And aggregation grouping key, what is that? If you want to group this cells by key using any key, then you can group when you are when cells into your card system. Now you are group this transaction using if any key, then you can assign here. So you are want to aggregation this key, sorry, sales transaction using any key, then you have to mention here. You can mention 3 type of key here, but it also depend on requirement. If there is a requirement like customers wants a aggregation based on a key, then you have to assign here. But if there is no requirement, then you can leave it blank. It's not mandatory option. Just select this one and save this one. Now this is for whatever we created. This is for header, this one. In header you will see 1001 and sales, and in next step define type group for sales item. Now we are creating for group for item. This 2 is for header and this 2 is for item when data is coming to system. And you can see there is a nothing is like you can see is already we have a standard one. Then you can copy this one just and change your, this is the mandatory thing, change yourself everything into your profile. So else it's provide in configuration already, and we generally prefer the standard one, standard number. So it's very easy to understand, easy to remember. If you have any issue to remember, you just go in any system into card system, just open this one, and this all the mandatory. Now we are dealing with sales item type. Now what is that? When sales are into your card system, then there is a like header and line item. Header configuration is done, header data. Now we are going with line item. For line item, it is a sales, so we prefer this one. Give this one, and you can see sales item type group. What is that? That is the here where we maintain different of requirement. What is that? Like you can see sales to employees, sales from return from employees. If there is any type of requirement there, like I told you, like sales and return. I'm taking one example, only sales and return. Return may be with receipt or without receipt. Okay, so I'm giving a real-time example. So here you have to create in line item and return with receipt, without receipt, or you can say any customer sales, this type of requirement if there in line item, you can see all this detail in line item. So just copy, first you have to copy this one, sales, because first sales will be happen if there is no return. So like only sales is there. So in line item you can see the sales also. So sales is there. Mention your profile. Sales is fine. Now sales item type group. If you if for here in before step we already created a group for sales item type, and still it is pick this one. So don't forget to replace this one if you are going to copy from standard. This is for, yeah. So this is for, yeah. So this is for sales item type group. And if you forget to copy into your here, just go and F4, else it will show you, if you don't select this one, then it will show you like error into your system, no data properly coming, no item data, line item data coming into your system. So you have to choose this, because sometimes I face that issue also. I forget to choose that one. So like I missed this one. So it's no item, line item will be created. So that's why it's mandatory to go and select. Now category, this is if you open this one, this is for, we generally pick sales of goods because this is for sales. And no, if you can see there's a lot of option, but we generally use sales for of goods, because, and not only for here, for your any type of transaction we prefer here sales of goods, because in retail market we generally deal with goods. So it's for goods. If you're going to use your any other type of transaction like finance or goods movement, you also here have to choose this type, sales for goods. And subcategory, what is this? This is for what? This is of sales, obviously. So here sales. Now debit credit indicator, here it is credit. So when we're going to use return, it will be assigned credit, including, yes, this task. Here you can see 0010, like when sales happen, 0010 task for goods movement, good sales will be created. 0010 means your WPU bond will be created. Now if you want, no, WPU bond will not be created. So you have to you can change any other to any other also, like sales movement 001 or that one or any other. So it will be standard one, whatever. Let me check. I think I'm wrong. Something including task group. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Why? Because it is task group. I just want to save this one and I want to show you why I'm wrong. If you open this one, task group, here we created this one. Okay. So here we have to mention this one. So just go back and open your line item type. Open this one. You have to change here also, because we create 001 for task for sales movement, including task group, including total record. What is that? Yeah, to task for sales movement, you have to choose here also. All this previous step we already created. So you just F4 here, then you can see the detail, and you can see that. Now you can see 3 box. What is that? What happened when sales into your come into your card system? Then you can see header discount, you can see line item, header tax, you can see tender into your header. So if you want to remove this one, it's depend on requirement. Like if you don't want discount on header, then you can select this one. But it's depend. I can say it is mandatory, not mandatory, but you can say it's depend on requirement. Okay. But general time when discount is in your system, it will be in header. Okay, it will be header. If you want in line item discount, then also you can see the line item discount also. Same like also, and tender type also in line item as well as header detail. But if it depend on you, if you want to remove from item from any distribution of tender, then you can remove here. But it's depend on requirements. So I'm just um I'm not choosing any type of checkbox here because it's depend. We want whatever is coming. We mention is as a standard, but as the system is pushed to car system. So we will push this as a standard manner. Now you can see we will remove this one. Why? Because we don't want any key. It's also as per requirement. Like if there's a requirement, aggregation will be happen when UMS or tab will be created, aggregation data, then it will be identified using any key. If there is any requirement, then you can mention key. But here also you have to discuss with whole team, like this key you are going to use, is it fine, or any, if there is any naming convention or any type of thing, then you have to talk with them, but it's not mandatory. It is depend on requirement. Now we can see sales is created. Now we are going to create any return. First I'm creating return for employee. I'm giving a real time use, that's why I'm remove this one. Return with receipt, customer forget came with the like store or any with receipt, then you have to go with this type of configuration. Everything will be fine. Now you can see here, just you have to choose this one, remove key, any key. We don't want to grouping any key. Here it is debit because there for sales it was credit, so system will give you automatically. So that's why I would like to prefer to copy the from standard one, because if you are going to use creating for a fresh blank page, then it's for you it will be little confusing sometimes also. It's not always. So it's debit or credit, so then you have to again go back. So that's why it's good for you to copy this one. Just go and check this one, because we already create task group before. That's why we have to create for our profile. So it is created. Now check this number 2002 is for return with receipt. Now you have a scenario, return without receipt. Customer come into your store, they forget to bring the receipt for return. Now what happened? Everything will be fine. In our POS DTA, or not only POS DTA in car, this things is important, like 2001, 2001, 102. This is important. So you just copy
may I
this.
ask one question?
Sure.
Scroll higher, please. I saw one more returns, kind of returns. Okay, let me see.
This one.
One second, please. Yes, just return. What does it mean? Just this.
This one. This is also a return. If you open this, you can see this also a return. But for that return, if you go to back, it is also a return. But if you have to go to into this here, I think, yeah, 20, yeah, you have to maintain your system to this code I'm talking about is important. So you have to assign your Y00 profile to here. Okay, So this is also a sales return. Not like no, it's a something different. No, if you are going to use this one, it also fine. Because if you go back, I'm just open this one, and I'm just called down this one. You can see sales item type, this one. You have to, I forgot this one also. This is for, here we mention sales, okay, and it is
So we need
so
to assign another group, yes?
yes, I forgot that one. Here you have to go here, sorry, in below group, this one, here you have to go and you have to create a return like 2001, that one employee sales to employee. You can use this one for return, or you can use directly this one. Okay, you can
I
copy
understand.
this one. Yeah, so it's depend on your what you are going to use this code. Okay, copy this one, go back this one. Now come back to the return scenario item, line item. You can see the line item, and I copy returns from employee here, this one. But here you have to go and select return, this group, because this is return group. Okay.
Okay,
And
understand.
yeah, so and save this. And one more thing, just I think this one, yeah, it's fine. And one more thing, this one, whatever you created, and I think it's a good like 2001 whatever you created, this type of code, you have to, this is a line item code, and generally we identify 2001 sales, 2102 it's for return, and you have to give this type of code to your PI team. How PI will push the data into your card system, because they generally map based on your, when data is in your system, then you can find this is for sales, this is for return. I will show you in real time data so that it will be like easy to understand you line item, and you can see header data. So you have to communicate with your PI team, and you have to give them like I'm configuring a scenario for sales 2001 for line item, and go back for header, it will be 1001 bus for sales. Okay, so you have to communicate you with your PI team. Same like with your, for your item, go and give them the item detail, like sorry, for return also, like you have created a return item type group, it's for you can say this is for 2102, it's for return for line item, and you have created a group 2800, so you have to give this one also 2000 also, and here also, oh, sorry, this, they can understand. Okay, you don't have to do anything, you just convey the detail. Like if any PI person, PI consultant is experienced enough, so they can ask you like give me the sales item type code, so you just give them this code. And if anyone is like newly in PIPO, then you have to tell them like map the detail, how PI push the data when only sales into coming from POS to your card system. So they have to map. It's not your area to think on that. It's purely PIPO work. They can map the data so that whenever sales is come, it will be posted into card system. You just convey this is 2001 for sales, and 2102 it's for return. And I'm giving you this two type of scenario, but in real time maybe there is a different requirement, different scenario, so you have to go with this type of scenario. But in generally this is mandatory, like sales, obviously if there is any sales There's a return. If you want like for there is a sales with registered customer, non-registered customer, same like you have to go and create any type of oh, I forgot to tell you. Now here you can see return with receipt. Now you would like to, there's a requirement return without receipt. What you will do then? You just copy this one, just change the code. Don't do anything, change your type of code, because there is no, this is a scenario, like, right, this is a requirement. So you have to create your code, any type of code that is not already exist. You just go and check, you have to check it's not exist, so just do that.
So we create something new. We are not copying. We create something that doesn't exist
Yes, yes.
now. Yes.
Yeah, it is possible. You can create any type of, it's not mandatory like you have to use 2001 for sales. No, it's not mandatory. You can create your own one also, but before doing any code here, just check like it's not already exists for your profile, like, right? Like I'm giving an example, just without receipt. This is for without receipt. Okay, so you can create your own code also, there is no issue. But check like here I am giving 210106. Okay, so you have to check like this code is not previously used for your profile. You are not think about the standard one. Okay, in the standard, maybe see you can see there is a 2801 for return. Okay, you can use this one also here. For any other 2101 I'm using here. Okay, so this is for a sales with customer. Just 1 minute. I'm just copy this one, copy this one, and back. Sorry, what are two? I think 2801. Yeah, this is, and this is with return with customer. I'm taking a scenario like if there is return with customer, then we want a different transaction, different type of task or different type of IDOC will be created. There is a scenario like this. Then you have to go and you can check this one, everything is fine. This is for return. Save this. See, this is created for your profile. Just check this code is not used for your profile already, then it will be like create a duplicate, it will be place or replace one another. So just check this one, else you can take any type of series. It's not mandatory, like you have to pick this standard one. It's not mandatory. Okay, so you have to understand the scenario, what is that, what is the requirement from customer, from your retailers, you have to understand. Then you can create your own, but group will be only one. There is a sales and return only group. If there is a any other like sales with customer, okay, then you have to use the sales group. If you have a scenario sales with return with customer, then you have to use the return group under here only. Here only you have to change. Yes, everything is same, there is no change. Okay.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, yeah. And you have to convey this one with PI to team so that they can mapping, so that data flow will be smooth from your you can say POS to CAR to ECC. Now we header, transaction header and transaction line item is created. Now we are going to configure discount. If there is any type of discount, line item discount, header discount, whatever the discount, you have to configure into your card system, POS DTA system. So before that, going to the discount type, just open to the discount group, just create the discount group, and you have to understand what is the discount. Maybe it's coupon, maybe it's line item discount, maybe it's any other discount. It's depend on requirement. Okay, but whatever it will be same. I'm just copy. Don't think about code. Remember, generally we use starting with 3000. This one. Then you can use any number after. But prefix always, like not prefix, starting is always 3, and then you can use any one. So I'm taking this one to our profile. I'm creating a group for our profile for discount. Discount I am taking, it's a header discount. Header discount. Or a normal discount, it's not header discount. Whenever discount will be come into your system, it will be always header as well as item. Okay.
Okay, yes.
So you just created a group for your profile to use the discount property. So now it's created. You created a group. Now we are going to discount type. What is that? Now you have here basically what I'm talking previous, like line item or header or any other type of discount surcharge. So here you have to give the detail of that discount, what type of discount. And one more thing before going into that, I will tell you, like discount same discount here, like pause, PI, I think I have to draw back, PI, CAR, ECC means retail or FMS. Discount type of code, whatever you are going to use here, it will be same. That's why I'm just going to that system, that here. Now I'm just copy this one, copy this one here. You have to change this one, whatever the discount type.
Profile type.
Yes, obviously we have to change the profile type. Sorry, why? This one, it's mandatory. And next is discount type. I'm taking ZDIS. Okay, so I'm taking, it's a header discount. Okay, now go to discount type group, whatever we are created. This is the 3000 we are created, discount type group. Select this debit credit indicator. It's depend on you, like you can choose credit or debits. Nothing is happen. I'm choosing both debit or credit. It depend on it will be credited or debited from when discount will be provided. So you can choose whatever you like, but here it is credited. So you can, as per standard one, so you can choose it credit, including task group. Here same. If you open task for sales movement, this discount will be created for sales type of data. If you want to, if you can see, if there is a, when we are going to use financial or other type of discount, then we have to assign here, we have to create a group for goods movement or financial movement, and you have to assign here, like generally discount will be happen with sales, right? For goods movement and financial movement, no discount will be used. So we generally use sales with discount. But if you never knows any requirement is there, like finally when any account will be created, financial account or anything, then that type of discount will be created. So for that you have to configure here. But for sales, we are taking here. Also this task will be including task for sales movement. No, we don't want any grouping key. We don't want to group this discount for our aggregation. Now it's done. Now header discount is created. Now you can create any type of discount, not only header, line item, surcharge, whatever discount is created in. And remember ZDIS, whatever, it will be first created into your ECC system. Okay, it is mandatory. In generally we do that. This if you have to check with your retail person consultant what they generally use for discount, what type of code. Then you have to configure here, like here you have to configure this code here, discount code. Then you are done with ZDIS. Now you can see you as a car consultant you are done with ZDIS. Now the PI consultant also have to do the same thing like this ZDIS, and how POS contain the ZDIS discount type. POS person also have to mention this discount into their system. They have to create this discount. So all the area discount, this code will be same. Else if there's any mismatch, then in any like in POS there is some other discount as PI, then data will be fail into PI. If car other discount, then you can see the error message, this discount type is not maintained in your card system, it will be fail. And ECC is the, you can say, place where everything, every master configuration first created, then other system will be eligible for use this one. Okay, so you have to mention this things also. Now you have created the header discount. Now tender, here you can see, okay, I forgot to tell you tax. Same like discount, you have to create a group. If there is any tax, you can see there is a tax also. We have a lot of things that for India it's a GST. Also for in other different country have different tax, right? So we have to configure here based on the discussion, and the tax code must be created into your ECC system. The further of every code, like for discount, for tax, it is your ECC system. So here you have to create, first you have to create a group. I'm taking a look.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
For tax, the logic is the same as about discount. Yes, we create a group, then we create different kinds of tax, and we need to create this same codes in the ECC system.
Right. Same process is same.
Same process.
Okay, the same process. So we created a group. Now you have to define tax type. So I'm just it is a city tax type. I'm taking this one and just copy and take this one, remove this one, and I'm taking JTAX. Okay, this is for city tax.
Excuse me, about and we need to change profile type. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yes, true. Thank you for remembering me. You learn a lot. Then we have to select here the group, like tax. You have to create it as debited or credited, but we are prefer to going with whatever the standard is giving us. So we don't do anything. And tax included, you have to choose this box also, because we want to include the tax into our transaction. Then you have to choose this box, tax included. And also here same F4, your sales movement, F4, your sales movement, and aggregation is based on your requirement, it's not mandatory. And here you can see Z tax, it is same like here, all, whatever here, for all system, it is the same. But remember, ECC is the main system in when we configure, when landscape is like this, like for integration, POS, PI, CAR, ECC, or any other system. You can see there is a HIDIS, there is a you can say CRM, there is a workforce management, whatever there is, any system. But we prefer ECC as a hub of master data I'm talking about. Okay, so we create all master data in retail or FMS, then we replicate, then we configure as per their ECC data. So
Yes.
here, yeah, if you forget to and it's like if you forget to mention if you forget to mention this type like G tax, it's not if you forget G tax is you configure here GTA, not X. Then and all system content GTX. Then what happened? When data come into your POS system, card system, then it will be fail here. It will be not posted into UCC system. Because you can see there it is giving a error message like tax type is not maintained or is different. G tax X is not maintained in your system, in card system. You can see the message properly. Like then you have to go directly to that configuration area and you can see everything. Now, before close today, for I would like to tell you one thing. I would like to complete the tender type for sales. Then we will stop for today. Then we'll move. Next day we'll configure other. For tender type, it will be same. We have to create and tender. What is tender? Tender is like type of payment mode. This is tender. Okay, so here you can see lots of different type is maintained here. So if you are going to use card, if you are going to use any cash, credit card, or any other, then you have to whatever. I'm taking one example like this one, cash. Okay,
Okay.
and same you have to configure also here also like this one, cash for fine. Okay, now I'm creating group, assign this one, save. Now group is created. Now next step is tender type. Here you can see yeah, here copy. Now you have to remove this one to your profile, and next is this one. This one also for cash, I am taking PTCS, or you can say CASH, this code. And same like cash is maintained in this code is maintained in your ECC like discount, like tax. In POS, PI, all system contain this code, cash. Okay.
Okay.
So here you have to change your cash. Debit credit indicator, we prefer this one. Means of payment category, cash. Subcategory, if there is any subcategory, cash payment or only payment, you can choose this one. So what happens when data is coming into your system, you can see the description, nothing else, nothing will be changed. Else everything will be fine. So we prefer like cash payment or payment, like if you in line item when WQ tab will be created, then you can see the data like description only, not data, cash payment, and including like same task group for sales. Here also this is for card response. If you're going to use any card, then you have to create here also like for credit card especially, this is credit card. For if you're going to use credit card, then you have to maintain. Here you can see there's all these are tasks. Okay, in like this one, and for credit card there is a check, credit card check. I can see here check credit card, check credit card. There's a credit card option, so you have to maintain this one. There's an option credit card. Let me check. Receive now without get credit card. Also there is an option. Yeah, this one. If you are going to use credit card, then you have to card response, credit card settlement. Like if there is any error or anything, then it will be stop here. Response is warning, error message. If there is any credit card issue, then it will be stopped here. That will be not posted there into ECC system. Then when your credit card is in scenario, then you have to use this one. But it's not mandatory for credit card also. Like whenever you are created that task code into your task like 0015 for credit card settlement, then it will be created for your credit card. Line balancing of, yeah.
Excuse me, why do we need to choose something for credit card if we create this type for cash? Why do we need a credit card here?
No. If it is for cash, so you don't need to select anything here. I'm just talking about if it is credit card payment mode type, then it's your choice. You can choose here.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah, line balancing off means if there is any issue with line item of this type of payment mode and you don't want to see this, if you want to off this type of issue, then you can choose this one. You can select this one, but we want to see this and we want to fail this also. If there is any issue with line balancing of this type of payment mode with transaction, we want to, whatever it will be warning, whatever it will be error, we want to see this one. So we prefer to uncheck this one. We never select grouping key here because it depend on requirement. And this is purely for sort and overbalancing. If you're going to use sort and overbalancing for this one, like 20% extra and 20% less, then you have to select this one. If nothing is in your scenario, then you can off this one. Okay, so it is depend on your requirement. It's not mandatory. When we are going to discuss sort overbalancing, then we are activate this one. But if you check this one, then no issue unless until you configure sort or overbalancing, it will not create any issue. So you can see cash is created same way we create other payment mode also. And remember this code. Cash will be same like cash for all system. Okay, so this is the you can say mandatory configuration, and we are done with our sales type of configuration. Sales type configuration is done. Next session we will discuss financial configuration and good movements. Okay, and now you can say your system is ready to use for sales configuration, sales movement data from your POS to your ECC system. And next day I will show you, because here we have only one system. We do for that, for proper flow of data, we need a CAR, we need ECC system, we need POS PI. But we can create also manually data here. In next session, I'll show you data flow, how you monitoring data, how it is posted into your ECC system, where you have to check from ECC system. Next day, because we are done with sales configuration, next day I'll show you the sales data flow, same way like financial goods movement flow, like same way. Then we'll start discussion about financial and goods movement. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, same time.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, bye. Bye.